is Donna, and I live in Marina Bay. I moved to Richmond in January 1969, so that puts me at least 45 years. I did move out of town for a few years, and I've come back, and I'm running for city council primarily because having watched council meetings, it was a jaw-dropping experience watching them. And I thought, my God, what on earth has happened in Richmond that there is so much bickering and fighting on the council? That, to me, is about the greatest challenge we have right now. You need a council that is working together. You can have different points of views, but you can't be expressing yourself in such a hostile way and be broadcasting it out to the public, broadcasting it out to business people that might come before the community. If I were a person with money in my pocket and I came to a city council meeting 3 or 4 times and watched what goes on, I'd keep on going. I'd go down the freeway. So you need stability on the council, and you don't have that now. If I were elected, I can't guarantee that I could change it, but I did work with Councilman Bud and Rogers and Nat Bates and others, and we got along pretty well in the 90s when I was on the city council for 8 years. While I was on the city council, I of course worked on crime prevention. That's when the city of Richmond and our council in the 90s implemented community policing. The year I got elected, there were 63 murders, which was horrific. We had a police department that was known as the Cowboys, and they were on a national television really getting blasted for the kind of policing they were doing then. So I'm grateful that today the council and all of you can feel like you have something to brag about. However, when you leave Richmond, and I know many of you do, you go to work outside of Richmond or wherever, people have an extremely negative value judgment of Richmond. I worked very hard to get the national park to Richmond. Tom Butt implemented it, but I got it here. I worked to get the memorial here. That was my baby. I can't get people that live outside of Richmond to come and visit me at the national park because they're afraid to come to Richmond. And we're also the laughing stock of other cities. I was at an event where I sat with the mayor of Concord, the mayor of Pleasant Hill, another council person from Pleasant Hill and Antioch, and the ridicule they heaped on Richmond, particularly Richmond City Council and government, was shocking and embarrassing. When I was on the city council in the 90s, like I mentioned, I worked for several years to implement the Rosie the Riveter Memorial, and as a result of getting the memorial, we ended up getting a national park. And sometimes that's the only thing that we get really good coverage in the media on is our national park, and I'm proud that I worked on that. In '94, we had this event in Richmond at General Chemical. It was a horrible release. It sent a lot of people to the hospital, and I started working on the community warning system, which was with industry, with the county health department, and I was a person representing the public. It's the siren that goes off the first Wednesday of every month at 11 o'clock. It's the only kind of system like that so far in the nation. And we did this back in, I worked on that in the 90s, and I'm going to be working on that again whether I'm on the council or not. Tom Butt and JL and Rogers are bragging about their $90 million. Well, I beat them to the punch. In the 90s, while Tom and his friends were hanging on the fence at Chevron, I had my fax machine, and I started faxing Chevron, how about a community health clinic in North Richmond? Came back, I got the money for a building, $2.5 million. How about the money for a mobile health truck in Richmond, a clinic, a mobile clinic? I got $250,000 for that. I'm an independent candidate. I don't like the pictures on the billboards. No woman would like her face up on the billboard unless she can select a photograph. I don't have anything thing to do with that stuff going